Ms. Allen, it's great to have you here today. You brought up fond memories. I, too, grew up and I'm a son of Appalachia. I grew up in Virginia on the other side of the line and used to collect bottles at the waysides between Christiansburg and Salem, where I grew up. All right, panel as a whole, I believe competition lowers costs. Do any of you disagree with me that taking away the ban on physician-owned hospitals would increase competition in some provider markets? And if you do disagree, please raise your hand. Seeing none. I appreciate that. Well, then the question becomes, do you think there should be more insurance competition or more competition in the insurance market, particularly in light of the fact that many of your companies own huge swaths of healthcare, including pharmacies and mail pharmacies and PBMs? Mr. Hamsley, got any thoughts on that?
Please turn your mic on.
Yeah, turn your mic on.
I apologize, thank you. While we think it's already a very competitive market, we are always open to competition.
Yeah, the problem I have is, you maybe have heard in my opening, is that we have issues in my district where we, in the ACA marketplace, only have one provider. So, you know, there's not as much competition. Now, I will now ask, and Mr. Hemsley, you might want to listen as well, but I'm going to ask Mr. Cordani. I'm aware of the issues that you all have had when negotiating rates in my district in Virginia and in East Tennessee. How do you reimburse larger systems versus smaller systems in these poorer, underserved, or rural areas?
Mr. Chairman, when you say larger versus smaller systems, hospital systems?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Each hospital system negotiation is unique. So each hospital system has its own contractual relationship, and we try to get to the best balance of affordability and access. We typically serve the employers in your home state, so we get the network or the access to the hospitals and the reimbursements to align. It is not higher reimbursement for larger and lower reimbursement for smaller. They're unique to each provider.
So when you have only one provider, particularly in the ACA marketplace, how does that impact the leverage that you have when negotiating with hospitals?
In the broader sense, if I understand your question, more choice equals improved affordability. More competition equals improved affordability. So there's a consistent theme in any aspect of our business.
And we have a unique situation in East Tennessee, Ms. Harshbarger's district and mine, where because the hospitals were all at threat, both states and the federal government allowed Ballot Health to have a monopoly. I think it's the only way we could have saved our hospitals, but how does that impact your ability to negotiate with them?
In general, the phenomenon you described, Mr. Chairman, causes prices to go up on an accelerated basis. So less choice means more price inflation, whether it's through consolidation of hospitals or otherwise.
All right, Mr. Hemsley, the reason I asked you to pay attention is that we have a limited number of healthcare access in the region, and recently your subsidiary Optum bought the HMG, or the Holston Medical Group, which is one of the largest, if it is the largest provider in East Tennessee and provides in Southwest Virginia as well. How does that impact the ability to have competition in the marketplace?
Well, Mr. Chairman, the motivation for that is to drive a value-based care system that's been described by me and others on the panel, to actually get better care, more continuous care, and a better value to individuals. So it really plays into an effort to make sure that there is good resources available, that value-based care can operate and optimize the experience for individuals.
All right.
And physicians get paid very effectively under value-based care arrangements.
All right, and I hate to move everybody along, but we're running out of time. Again, Mr. Hemsley, based on your company's experience, did the Biden administration loosen enrollment validation requirements on the enhanced temporary COVID premium tax increases to such an extent that it led to widespread waste in the federal ACA program, yes or no? I'm specifically talking about shadow enrollees that you all don't even know who they are.
We do believe that there should be a real oversight in terms of the ACA marketplace and all marketplace to.
But the loosening up of the validation requirements led to this dilemma, did it not? Yes or no? Because I'm at 9 seconds.
We believe there should be
So that's a yes.
discipline and oversight.
You believe that that led to an increased number of people who are being insured that aren't actually insured?
We believe there should be more.
All right, I
should
got
be
to,
not
I got to yield back.